Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at LIA, where he goes to a prison to try to conduct an investigative journalism piece and ends up going into a restricted area. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all of my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep this channel going, so I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the page. Leave a like and a comment because it helps with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel, NCR Movie Network, and the podcast, the Craptown Florida Man Power Rankings. A new episode will be out today. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
It looks like they are in the watchtower here. Looks like they already have a state police officer coming out. I don't know if they're stationed here or what's going on.
How you doing?
Hey sir, how are you?
Good. What can I help you with?
Nothing right now, sir. Just your name and badge number, if I may.
It's Trooper Bruce Stefano.
And your name and badge number, ma'am?
Sergeant Kubinski, 5190.
Hi guys, nice to meet you.
What's going on?
I'm just investigating the murder of Messiah Nantuani that was here, that occurred here at Mid-State. Reports that he was brutally beaten, just like Robert Brooks was
And who
in
are
Marcy. Oh, my name is Sean, sir.
you? Sean what?
Just Sean.
Just Sean.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Just Sean. That was a quick response. Apparently, the New York State Police are here at the correctional facility, stationed here. Looks like we have a National Guard vehicle over here. So we have the visitor hospitality building over here. See if anybody's in here. I've never had state police arrive that fast. Again, they obviously were already stationed here.
And?
So these doors are locked. Hey, how are we doing? I just wanted to ask some questions about the murder of Messiah Nantuani. You're not in the position to comment on it? Did you participate in the strike? You too. Have a nice day. We're going to ask as many correctional officers as we possibly can.
Now, Sean brought up something about a strike. Yes, last week he did a video where he covered several correctional officers and their supporters striking due to the fact that the correctional officers feel that they are not getting a fair pay and their conditions where they work are unsafe. So Sean makes fun of them for doing that. Well, Sean, you were an inmate at one point, so you know how it is when it comes to being in the prison system. Now, at one point in that video, Sean did grab somebody's flag, and instead of them crying assault and trying to run to the cops, they just simply asked him not to do it. But yet, when somebody touches a frauditor's phone, they cry assault and that they're going to file police reports. Or they do what FAPA does and try to pepper spray an elderly man.
Looks like the state police are back again. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, how are you? I was just wondering, are you guys doing visits right now, or
No.
do you work for the Department of
You need to
Corrections?
step outside. This is a secure facility.
Yeah, just don't put your hands on me. I'd
I
appreciate
know.
it.
I'm not touching you. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you just made it seem like you're
I know.
going
I need you
to.
to step outside, though, please.
So, who are you?
I'm the mailroom supervisor.
This is the mailroom.
Yep.
Okay.
You need to step outside.
Oh, okay.
This is a secure building.
It's not. It's not so secure if I got here, right?
Please step out.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Maybe step out, please.
Who are you, sir?
Come in here.
Can I?
No, you can't ask him anything, because right now you're in violation of New York State Statute 140.05, trespassing, Section A, which states, a person enters, remains unlawfully in or upon premises where the person has no license or privilege to enter, remain in or upon such premises. To have no license or privilege To enter or remain means you have no right, no permission, or authority to do so. Now, that is exactly what it says in the New York State statute. Since Sean is not an employee of the prison, he is not delivering mail for USPS, he has no right to be inside of that room. And since he has been asked multiple times, at this point, if he was to be reported to the state troopers, they could escort him off the prison property for trespassing, if not arrest him for criminal trespassing.
Ask you some questions about a murder that took place here. Officer, can I ask you some questions about the murder that took place here, Messiah?
Sir, please step outside.
I'm just asking some questions. I'm just asking some questions.
Hey, you're not allowed to be in this building. Please step out.
Who are you,
I'm
sir?
asking you to please step out.
State police are right there, sir.
State police are right here. I need you to step out of the building, please. You're not
Yes,
allowed
sir.
to be in here.
Would you like to answer some questions?
Please step out of the building.
Can you answer some of my questions, sir?
How about new?
Depraved murder happened here yet again.
Please step out of the building.
Robert Brooks.
I'm asking you to please step out of the building.
The same thing that happened to Robert Brooks happened to somebody else.
Sir, can you please step out of the building?
Would you like to comment on that?
I have no
This is
problem.
a publicly
I would like you to
accessible
step out of the
area.
building.
Shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
No.
And we're calling shenanigans because the mailroom is not open to the public. None of the buildings are open to the public right now. You tried the visitor section, which would be open to the public, and they are locked. The mailroom is not open to the public to come in and visit. They're not here to come and get information. You have no right or authority to be here. They've asked you multiple times to get out of the building. You're refusing to. At this point, you are subject to being trespassed from the prison property or being arrested for criminal trespass.
Please.
This is a publicly accessible
No
area.
authorization to be walking in here with this-
There is no restricted area signs anywhere. There aren't any restricted area signs anywhere.
please step out
Can you
over
point out the restricted area signs, sir?
Yeah, we did. Excuse me, sir. Please don't touch
Oh,
me.
this was. I'm not touching you, sir. Yeah. This is not a restricted area.
It is.
Where
You're
does
in a
it-
restricted
where does it
area
say
right
it?
now. Okay, Sean.
Where
you
does
can't be in
it?
here.
Where does it say that?
Sean, you can't be in here. All right.
I just walked in. The door was open.
I walk out. All right. Follow the watch commander.
Excuse me, sir. I don't want to be that close to you.
All right,
Sorry.
that's fine. That's fine. Let's go, Sean.
I don't want you to fall down.
Sean, we got to go that way. You can't. You're not going back inside. Sean.
I'm not going inside. You said he's locking the door. I'm not going to go inside.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going to go
I'm
inside.
going to stand right here, Sean.
That's fine, sir. You can stand wherever you want. This is
All right.
public. You can stand wherever you like.
All right.
I'm just asking questions of the employees here. Again, I just want to point out that there's no restricted area signs here. The door was open. I walked in to ask questions.
It doesn't matter what you think.
There's nothing nefarious
Well,
going
they
on
asked you
here.
to leave and you left.
Right, yeah.
But there's no reason to stand here right now.
Well, there is a reason because I want to. Anybody that's coming in and out of the door, I want to ask them questions.
Okay.
There was
nobody's going to come through this door now.
there was a depraved murder that took place here, sir.
But Sean, nobody's coming.
As an investigative journalist, I'm asking questions about what happened
You're not even a real journalism. That's right.
here. That's it.
All right. Well, what I'm
not-
saying is,
I'm
just
not
telling you right
escalating
now,
a situation.
Nobody's coming to this door anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
So why? So what does it matter then? What does it matter if I'm standing
It doesn't
here?
matter. We'll just hang out here.
Okay, that's fine. So we have some portable restrooms over here. Let's see if we could find anybody else to talk to. We don't want to deal with the state police. So this is apparently the mail room here. What are you doing here, sir?
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
We're up patrol.
You,
Just here.
you patrol correctional facilities?
No, we're just here. That's why we're here.
You're just here.
Yep.
I've been to a lot of
Why are
correctional.
you here?
I told you that already, but why? I told you that, even though I don't have to, but I told you.
Yeah.
So I've been to a lot of correctional facilities during my investigation. I've never seen just state police patrolling. Is there like,
Then you don't do a lot of research when it comes to your quote unquote investigations. Because it's not uncommon to see state patrols or state police to patrolling prison areas. In fact, it's a very common thing. In Florida, they do it all the time. In California, New Mexico, Arizona, and in New York, especially after the rash of breakouts in the late 20 teens where people had escaped who had committed serious violent offenses. So state patrols have been requested to patrol the prison areas and the neighboring areas around the prison. Huh. I got that from reading the newspapers and Google searches. Where have you been doing your research at, Sean?
Some sort of security threat going on?
No, there's no security threat.
You're just patrolling?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I mean, I would argue the security threat. These correctional officers are killing people. They're killing inmates, human beings.
Everything's being investigated, Sean.
Oh, no, I understand it's being investigated. I mean, the last time they brutally murdered somebody, it took 2.5 months for charges to be brought.
Well, investigations take a while, you know.
When they're on video?
They're very thorough.
When they're on video? What do you think would happen if somebody beat one of your coworkers to death on video? You think it'd take 2.5 months to bring him to justice? I don't think so, State Trooper.
It would take a while.
If it was on video, somebody beating to death a State Trooper, you think that it would take 2.5 months before they're brought to justice? You think that? Okay. All right. No problem. You know that's BS. You know that's BS. Do you guys have any stories about what's going on here at Midstate? Excuse me.
They have nothing to say to you.
Excuse me. Sir, do you have any stories about what's going on here at Midstate? There are people dying inside. Do you have any comment on what's going on here? No? Do you work here?
No.
You don't work here? No. Long Island Audit at Gmail if you want to be a whistleblower. Long Island Audit at Gmail. I'll keep it confidential.
I'd buy that for $1.
A lot of brutal murders going on here in the Department of Corrections. It ain't right. Windy day here, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see how the law enforcement officers love to escalate? I'm an independent journalist and I walked into an open door. Didn't have any restricted area signs anywhere. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong. I'm asking questions. These people are murderers or they're covering up for murderers. They're complicit. They're complicit. And I have.
Now, there's no proof of that, Sean. So you're saying that elderly woman that's working the phones in the mailroom is complicit. You know, you had no authority to be in the mailroom to begin with. You're not an employee. You knew that. And once they told you the first time to leave, you should have left. It shouldn't have taken them having 2 different correctional officers and a state trooper to remove you from the mailroom. You should have known, oh, wait, I can't be here. I need to leave.
I have the state police following me around everywhere as I'm engaging in a constitutionally and statutorily protected activity here in New York State. Excuse me, your supervisor. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to speak to me, sir? There's people that are brutally murdered in this facility. Would you like to speak? I know you can hear me. You're a lieutenant, right? So this is normally a publicly accessible area, but they just closed the door. Apparently, law enforcement has nothing better to do than to follow me around everywhere. Sir, I got in a report. Hey, how are you? I got a report that there's an inmate inside. His first name's Christopher. That he made a call to his family that he was also beaten here. He had his fingers broken, his ankle broken, head fractured, and have you guys heard any reports of that? Are you going to investigate that?
I don't know. Do you wanna speak to one of our investigators? Would you like to bring that information to one of our investigators?
Oh, sure. I'll stop by the state police. I'll stop by the state police barracks and I'll let them know. But I didn't know if you were here because you're investigating that.
No,
because
do you want us to we can help you do that.
Right. No, I'm just saying, as an independent journalist, people will.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. And just remember, anyone who calls himself a journalist is a
contact me with tips.
Right.
And they had told me that one of their loved ones, whose first name is Christopher here, that he was brutally beaten and he had
his last name.
I don't want to give you his last name right now. I don't want any retaliation on his part because he is still alive as of now, unlike Messiah Nantwani, and Robert Brooks. So I want to keep him alive. Beaten is better than being dead. So,
wow, that is one of the most disgusting and sickening things I've ever heard you say, Sean. If you have proof that this man is being beaten, you should be a journalist and use one of the ethics of journalism, humanitarianism, and go and report this to the authorities. You should be going to the state troopers. You should be going to the New York Bureau of Investigations, the FBI, the Department of Justice. Get him out of there. You have a moral duty at that point to report this if it is true. Because I think you're just saying this because you want to get the cops to look bad. You want the COs to look bad. Yes, I am not going to deny that the COs who are guilty of those two crimes, of taking the lives of those two inmates, they deserve to be in prison. I'm not denying that. But if you have all this information, why not go to the authorities and get that man out for his own safety?
Yeah, I was just wondering, maybe, I didn't know if you heard that. Did you get any
No,
complaints?
I haven't heard any of that.
You
But
haven't
like I
heard
said,
any of
if what we can do is we can put you in contact with some of our investigators, and maybe you can help.
Sure, I'll do that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So right here we have one of the National Guard vehicles. For those of you who do not know, the National Guard, the New York National Guard, was called in by the governor when 90% of the correctional officers here in New York State went on strike, again, to protest their working conditions the same week that their brothers in blue were indicted on depraved murder charges. The same week. So to me, as a critical logical thinker, it seems to me that they're really protesting their brothers in blue being held accountable for depraved murder.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Because they're going to protest their working conditions as their brothers and sisters in blue are brutally murdering inmates. And it's not like this is a one-off. This happens all the time. It just happened again. You think that officers being indicted on depraved murder would stop them from doing it again or make them more hesitant? They just did it again. There's already probable cause in the case. So now they have National Guard staying in the cells, sleeping in the cells to work the prisons, because apparently they were watching out while the man was being murdered. So in here, doesn't seem like there's really much of anything. Hello, does anybody have any information on what happened to Messiah Natwani here? Brutally beaten, lost his life. Any information regarding what's going on here at Midstate? No one has any information. No one cares. You don't care what happened. What about, hi, do you have any information on what happened to Messiah Natwani here? No? Do you care that people are being brutally beaten and murdered here at this facility?
Where are you parked, though?
Do you care? No? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Absolutely disgusting. Can you condemn the brutal murders? No. Instead of following me around, you could be walking around inside the correctional facility, making sure people aren't getting beaten and murdered. That's what you could be doing. Instead of following me around, you could be walking inside the correctional facility here, actually protecting people's lives and holding criminals accountable. Disgusting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well.
And we're going to end it here, folks. The video does continue on for about 4 more minutes where Sean is trying to act as if he is a superior person and thinks he knows what the duties are of the state patrol, what jobs they need to be doing, even though he is himself a career criminal. And yet not one frauditor in his community has condemned the actions of the frauditor who shot a gentleman in Spokane, Washington last year. I find it highly ironic that he wants to condemn people who won't speak out against the correctional officers, but yet he won't speak out against frauditors who commit some of the worst crimes, who have committed crimes like unaliving people and harming women and children. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Give a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel and the podcast. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time. And a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep the channel going. So I thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and I can never thank you enough.